Clara Bow, known as Hollywood's first it girl, who captured the hearts of millions and became the epitome of the flapper era. With her iconic bobbed hair, striking beauty, and magnetic charm, Clara Bow epitomized the spirit of the 1920s. But despite her meteoric rise to fame, her career burned out far too quickly, leaving a legacy that Hollywood seemed to forget. In this video, we dive into the untold story of Clara Bow, the rise, the brilliance, and the tragic fall of the first it girl, a star the world left behind. 1. The rise of Clara Bow. A star is born. Clara Bow was born in 1905 in Brooklyn, New York, into a family marked by financial struggles and mental health challenges. Her early life was difficult, with her mother battling mental illness and her father absent for most of her childhood. Yet, Clara's resilience and determination led her to chase a dream in Hollywood. In the early 1920s, Bow made her way to California with nothing but ambition in her pocket and the belief that she was destined for something bigger. Bow's breakout moment came when she starred in the film It, 1927, which would change the course of her career forever. Directed by Clarence Badger, it showcased Clara's effervescent energy and undeniable charisma, where she played a working-class girl who uses charm and wit to win the heart of a wealthy man. The role perfectly matched her personality, earning her the title of the It Girl, a term that signified a woman who had both beauty and a magnetic charm, someone who could captivate audiences without effort. Clara Bow's rise was swift. She went from a modest contract at Paramount Pictures to becoming one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. Her box office success continued with films like Wings, 1927, which won the first Academy Award for Best Picture, and Red Hair, 1928, solidifying her as one of the most sought-after stars of the silent film era. 2. The It Girl. Captivating an era. Clara Bow was the embodiment of the roaring 20s, lively, carefree, and unapologetically bold. Her youthful appearance, short bobbed hair, and infectious smile defined the flapper style, making her an icon for women everywhere. The It Girl image resonated with the emerging modern woman of the 1920s, who was independent, confident, and eager to challenge societal norms. Bow's popularity wasn't just about her looks. She had the charm and screen presence that made her one of the most recognizable stars of her time. She brought a sense of realism to the screen, a refreshing departure from the more formal, stiff portrayals of women in earlier films. Audiences adored her for her relatability and her ability to exude both vulnerability and confidence in her roles. Her impact wasn't limited to her on-screen performances. Clara became a major influence on fashion and culture. Women across America began emulating her signature bob, and her bold, carefree style became the ideal of the flapper age. With her striking appearance and magnetic presence, she became the ultimate symbol of the jazz age. 3. The fall. From stardom to scandal. Despite her initial success, Clara Bow's career began to unravel in the early 1930s, primarily due to a combination of personal and professional challenges. The arrival of the Great Depression, along with the end of the silent film era and the rise of talkies, significantly impacted Bow's career. While some silent film stars made a smooth transition to sound films, Clara struggled with her voice, and her performances were often seen as less captivating in the new format. The shift to sound also exposed her vulnerability, as her distinct Brooklyn accent didn't resonate with audiences in the way her silent film presence had. At the same time, her personal life became a constant source of scandal. Known for her tumultuous relationships with men, including highly publicized romances with co-stars and other prominent figures, Bow's personal life often overshadowed her professional achievements. The media frequently targeted her, and rumors about her behavior, mental health, and private affairs further tarnished her public image. She became the subject of relentless gossip, much of it rooted in her supposed wild and reckless behavior, which the media sensationalized. Clara also faced intense pressure from studio heads who demanded that she fit a certain mold, both in her roles and her personal life. These external pressures, combined with her own struggles with mental health, took a significant toll. The emotional burden of maintaining her public image eventually led to a breakdown, and she chose to step away from Hollywood in the early 1930s. By the time she left the industry, her star had dimmed, and she was largely forgotten by the public, her once promising career eclipsed by personal turmoil and shifting industry standards. 4. The legacy of Clara Bow, Hollywood's first it girl. Clara Bow's legacy is bittersweet. Though she was one of the most famous actresses of the 1920s, her career ended far too early. Despite the scandals, the rumors, and the pressures of fame, Clara Bow left a lasting mark on Hollywood and popular culture. She was a trailblazer for women in film, proving that a star didn't have to fit the traditional mold to captivate an audience. Her name is forever linked with the term "it girl," and her contribution to the film industry during the silent film era cannot be overlooked. Though her career may have been cut short, her influence continues to resonate. Clara Bow remains one of the most iconic figures in the history of Hollywood, not only for her stunning performances, but also for how she broke barriers and defined an era. 5. Clara Bow today. Rediscovery and reverence. Today, Clara Bow is often seen as one of the forgotten icons of early cinema. Her films, though not as widely celebrated as some of her peers, continue to be recognized for their cultural significance and her contribution to the film industry. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in Bow, with her life and legacy being re-examined by film historians, biographers, and fans of classic Hollywood. In many ways, Clara Bow's story is one of resilience, fame, and the price of stardom. She may have been left behind by Hollywood, but her impact continues to live on in the history of cinema. As the first true it girl, she paved the way for future generations of women in film to find their own voices, just as she did on the screen. Clara Bow's rise and fall is a reminder of the cost of fame and the pressures that come with it. She was Hollywood's first it girl, a dazzling, magnetic force that captured the hearts of millions, only to be overshadowed by the very fame that made her. Yet despite the challenges and the eventual fading of her star, Clara Bow's legacy endures as one of the defining figures of the silent film era. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Clara Bow's lasting impact on Hollywood? If you enjoyed this deep dive into her life, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.